Welcome in, brother. Yoga.
Hey, how you doing? First off, I want to say shouts out to you and the chat. You're doing phenomenal work with the facts, the research, the court filings, the 10C3 breaking down what is actually going on legally and from a business commerce standpoint with Straightway in the land. And you're doing this, and who benefits the most from this? The saints that are there now on the land and still involved with Straightway. Now, you're being very, very extremely effective because we could base it off of the voice tone and the actions of Pastor Excommunicado. Now, he came out and stated so a couple weeks back after one of your powerful shows with Pastor Rufus and some other elders that stayed on the land and made videos that recently left Straightway. And he said he declared he did a edict for the Straightway ministries and subsidiaries to black out. It's going to be a blackout. Excommunicado came and made a public announcement for a private tribe. See, right then, I was looking at it right then. Well, if you're going to do that publicly, if I'm going to tell my team to play and we playing football, I'm not going to have my play called out on the announcer, call it out over the whole stadium. So all the crowd here to play, the other team here to play, people on TV here to play. So that means that's not the real play. So he said, yeah, we're going blackout. So I say, okay, he's doing a public announcement of blackout. You don't have to publicly on YouTube tell the Straightway saints that you do with directives to take. And if you do, that's a lack of chain, and that's a weakness in their chain of command that you have to go to YouTube to get something carried out in the Straightway ministries. Pay attention, saints, that they're on the land. I'm dropping a little jewels and showing my presentation this evening. Now, so he says we're going to do a blackout. So we sit, we've been talking to people at the documentary. I know they got a little scared when we showed Kabir Brother and some people that's going to be involved in it. And we said, wow, they're going to do a blackout. What's out for? It must have been for the saints to be blacked out from media from the outside world, because Pastor Excommunicado has been dropping videos every other day. So it was never a blackout for him. So again, he is giving the saints, saying one thing to do. They can't be a part of the world. They can't see what's going on. They got to be blacked out, and everybody watching everybody's cell phones on the land. But he goes and interacts on the social media every other day. And it takes a social security number, bank account to interact on YouTube. You got to have a Roman bank account. You got to go into her to pull some money out of her. See, Excommunicado, just look at the actions. Look at the actions. And I break this down because we're putting together this documentary. So we're looking at the psychology of the physical moves, what's said, and the tone of things was said. Mm-hmm. And because of him giving mixed messages of a blackout, but then coming online, that's further proof it's a big crack and a big shakeup that's about to splinter the Straightway cult. It's about to be splintered. A big fraction is about to be splintered off. And the blackout for them is to try to prevent the big splinter of saints that want to leave all at one time.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
See, we're researching the psychology of, because what a lot of people don't look at, and Pastor Excommunicado, this is military science. For them to shoot at you, or attack you at that point of attack, they have a point of weakness. You give up a point of weakness to attack. So every time Pastor Excommunicado comes online and on media and make posts on Patreon to go out to the open world, to the open public, he opens up. See, he shows something. Even though he sends a message one way, all you have to do is fill in the blanks and see and paint the picture on the other side. It's like algebra. He's going to give you a certain amount of numbers. He's going to give you a certain amount of information. You look at the actions, you look at why he's giving the information, the climate of what's being said. Are they on the news at the time? Is the media looking for Bryson? And then you'll find out the variable. It's like simple algebra, and it paints a picture for the other side. So this is what we do as a documentary team. So we look at everything that he said, what he didn't say, what we know is going on from other people in Straightway, and then look at the videos of the people who are currently leaving. And now we see the current climate and what his target is. So based off, all you have to do is juxtapose what Pastor Rufus says in the time of what Pastor Rufus says, and line up, and then look at Pastor Excommunicado's all his social media actions and what's said on social media. And then we line up and juxtapose the saints that he had to come on and defend publicly. When he had Michael, Tito, Randy, Jackson, and then he had the fat football coach to come on. That's not even been in the ministry for 5 years and it's breaking all the rules. So we're looking at all of that and looking at the variable is an X on one side of the equation. We look at all the numbers, the points of interest, and the points of the whole breakup with Pastor Rufus. Then with you doing this work showing the 501c, a juxtapose and line up with him saying and starting to boast online about how the land is tax-free, along at the same time when this mega mansion is being built on the land. See, the documentary is the way it's shaping up. And then with this so-called blackout and with Pastor Rufus pointing out, they're watching certain members at the Straightway land being on their smartphones. And then here's one more thing that we know that they're listening. We pointed out with the documentary team. They're starting to respond to the no running water at Lafayette, Tennessee, Macon County Straightway main property. We started seeing the comments on the Patreon, on the Facebook, on the YouTube, and their response, and they're getting too many questions. Hey, we see that y'all are deflecting from it's no running water in some of those homes on Straightway, Tennessee property, but y'all building a mega mansion over $1 million. So this thing is really compelling. It's astounding work that what you guys are doing from the courthouse in Macon County, getting all the public property records that we can look at all the public, all of the property deeds and what's going on with the properties. So what he's doing is a level of deflection mixed in with the truth by saying, yeah, the property is tax-free, but he's not saying, well, we went 501c3 to get it tax-free. Or it needs to be 501c3 to get it tax-free. Where he's coming on to the social media and the public platforms and bolstering, saying, oh, because under Yah, and we know how to do the real law and the Constitution, we the people of Yah, and I'm getting this land tax-free. See, I'm breaking y'all out of my people. I'm freeing you. You debt-free. I'm the leader. I'm the Messiah. Follow me. While not saying that all of the mega pastors, Geno Jennings and TD Jakes and TD Snakes and all those other preachers and stuff, yeah, they land their churches tax-free too, because it's 501c3. So he is giving up. You give up your position when you fire, when you take a shot, and every shot that he takes, we gain more information and more ground of factual information. It's going to be some saints that's going to leave Straightway this week, and he's going to talk about them. And it's going to be more levels of information of fraudulent behavior, unethical thoughts, and reckless abandonment to the law of justification and the law of running the community. It's going to come out.
So is.
Shouts out to Pastor Rufus. Shouts out to Ryan. I'm going to land my plane there. We watching Pastor Excommunicado. We watching. And we on the Patreon, the top tier. Might be people
me,
outside on that road in Lafayette, Tennessee with cameras. It might just be. Go ahead with your questions.
yeah. So with that being said, right? We're proving the case. He has a 501c3. It's in operations under Straightway. Not only that, he has this old entity that is dormant, that's inactive, that they want to be in an active status. So we are proving that he's had activity outside of that. That he's fully active with the intergovernmental system. So when he's claiming that saints need to come out of her, my people, and be ye separate, right? And come out from among them, meaning sell all your assets and give it to Dowell, right? And I'll give you this little cottage that got no running water, falling apart and shit. The roof is leaking, whatever. You know what I mean? Give me your $300,000 worth of asset, $500,000 worth of assets, and that's what you get. Whatever. And be happy. Don't murmur, don't complain. You understand what I'm saying? When he's doing all of this, right, and encouraging folks to do this, would you say that he himself is an example of coming out of her, my people, and being separated from the intergovernmental system that he claims is our enemy? What would you say? What say it you, my brother?
No. Even the most people that want to be most segregated from the Roman Empire still deals with the Roman Empire on the planet, because the Roman Empire went and colonized so many territories. So China, for example, China doesn't want to deal with them. But because they've taken over everything except like China and a couple other spots, the stuff that China don't have on that continent in their borders, what you have to do? Trade, commerce. You got to interact. That's what I said on a couple other shows. There's no such thing as not the Most High didn't create the planet like that, because things that's on one continent on a group of land is not on the other. So it's built in where we got to interact. See? So now we need, what we're uncovering is, it's not truly come out of her, my people doctrine that needs to be preached. It's we need to come out of her to a certain degree to where we're sectioned off and then deal with her under all rules. See, that's what I said. We got to learn how to deal with this beast, but we got to deal with it on the all rules. We're dealing with it with her rules, under the social, under the this, under the that. You see, so it's no such thing as coming our way out of her. So when he's telling the people, preaching, come our way out of her, sell all your possessions, he's taking those possessions, he's hoarding those possessions and assets. Then he's dealing with the Roman Empire as he learns more how to be free under the UCC. And we're seeing it. So he's learning how to maneuver the lands and do this and trying to do this. So, but at the same time, he's telling the people, sell everything. Instead of letting each man and woman know what the strategy is and what it is on the chessboard. Teach them how to be a player and not just push them behind you and you make all the moves. That's where it's off code. It cannot, the Most High gave a code in the scriptures. The law is a code. It ain't no leader. The code, it's a code. The Messiah came down and they gave a code. Ain't no more leaders. All the leader came and gave the code. Now we need to get on the program of following the code. So when you're seeing people trying to hoard everybody to them being a leader, no, every man and woman on every level can be the leader and know the same thing, because the code is in the scripture. So when he's saying come out of here and bring all your assets, he's teaching wrong, because he should be showing them the code that he's know from the scripture. Why do I gotta have Ryan to follow me and bring all his money and sell his house and stuff when I can just show him the code? Hey, this is the code to how I'm doing this, and then you get it together, and then we all come together. Not you got to turn over everything to me. Show him the code. And that's what I'm saying. Dowell's not teaching the people the public and private law and how to move. Because then a lot of those people say, I could learn that in 6 months and not have to turn over everything and still be moving under as a team. Everybody's still moving together. Everybody's still putting resources towards one thing and helping out. But now everybody is at a higher level of intelligence and enlightenment about the true law. And what does that do in actuality? It gives Dowell less power because you have to spread the power out amongst the saints when everybody has equal knowledge. If it's unequal knowledge, it's unequal power, people. So for every saint sending Satan straightway properties right now over the country, if you have unequal knowledge of how the property work, how the financial system work, how the laws work, you have unequal power. And the Most High never intended for you to have another man over you. It's no law to saying that you can't know as much as the pastor. The pastor, think about it. He got to spread some of the power. The power, and if he give away some of the power, that means give away some of the knowledge, to bring up the saints to the knowledge level, to the enlightenment level. That's what all them secret societies are about. Them knowing about electronics, electricities, the laws of math and chemistry, and not letting everybody know that. And then they bring out products and everybody say, oh, electric car, Tesla, oh, Elon Musk. Well, it's been out. It was electricity in the pyramids. But when they colonized everything, they hoarded the information. And when you hoard information, you can have power over the other people that don't have the information. Pastor Excommunicado, I'm making a decree today. Stop hoarding that information from the saints. Freedom, people. Let thy people be free for information, because they will take the information into thoughts, and thoughts into actions, and actions into the kingdom. So you holding up the kingdom, Pastor Excommunicado, because you're holding up the information. There you go. I'm going to land it there. You muted, Ryan. I think you muted, brother. I think you might be on mute. Yeah, okay, now you're back. Start over. I thought it was my phone.
No, sir. Yeah. So, I appreciate you guys. Listen, I didn't open it up the floor for questions. Okay. So if you guys got any questions out, listen, just shoot the questions on out so we can go ahead and answer them, get them answered up. Let me just do a quick breakdown of what this information means, y'all. I'll do a quick little breakdown of what this information means real quick. I'm gonna go over it one more time. For those in the back, for those who didn't hear it in the back, listen, we're gonna go over it one more time. And not to say anything that anybody missed anything, but I want to be thorough in the communications, okay? Of what's being shared here, okay? Like I said, Brother Odell has put his heart, sweat equity in this thing, and has put his labor of love in this thing. And I want to be sure that I'm actually really thorough, even though I didn't get through all the slides. I think that what he has put in these slides has been thorough enough to understand that this company, that Straightway Truth Ministries, is still in operations, okay? And they have been in operation since their last corporate entity, their last entity, which is the Church of Christ, was dissolved by the administration, right? Through an administrative process. So it was inactive or made to be dormant. Now, the requirements for this dormant or inactive corporation that has been dissolved administratively, the requirements is that you sell off your assets, that you do the necessary steps to take care of the entity, right? All the obligations in the entity, bring it into compliance, and then you need to terminate the entity prior to moving on to a new one. So that means that you formed a new entity, right? And maybe it's a foundation that you formed. You needed to take whatever assets that were in the Church of Christ, and you need to sell those assets to this new entity or foundation, or donate it charitably. Okay, you needed to donate all of that stuff to your new entity. Okay, then after you were done with that, you needed to terminate in order to be sure that you remained in compliance. If it's been found that you didn't do any of that, you can be heavily penalized, not only financially, but you also can be penalized with jail time, with doing prison time, things like that. They would consider that to be tax evasion, right? Are you trying to evade your taxes? They can consider it to be that. They can consider it to be fraud. You understand what I'm saying? Committing tax fraud is what they can also consider it to be as well. So, since that was not done for the Church of Christ and it was inactive and not terminated, and he formed a new entity, meaning Dowell formed a new entity instead of dissolving the old one or terminating the old one appropriately, he now can be charged with tax fraud, tax evasion. These are some of the things that's a huge and major issue. You understand what I'm saying? And not only that, anything that he's done prior or from that date that the which is 2003, where administratively it was dissolved, okay, from that date to present, right, can also be subject to taxation, meaning they can revoke the 501c3 status and then tax him all the way backdated all the way to 2003. It's what can also be something that they can use as a remedy for themselves. You understand what I'm saying? To balance their books. And this is the reason why that they would do it, would be to balance their books. These are serious times. Don't want to get caught on a technological, such as this. Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to be caught up in this. Yeah, absolutely. We was woke. Now we are aware. Keep it going. Hallelujah. Absolutely. So this is what the issue is, and this is, like you said, these are serious times right now. You just don't want to get caught up in a lot of these issues, right? A lot of these loose ends that's left untied. But also, it goes to show when you have somebody who's making claims since 2002 that they have paid their way out of a 501c3, right? $500. He said it cost them $500 to get out of it. And how it never actually materialized. It never really was a thing that he paid to get out of anything. He just left it dormant, right? He just left it and it went into an inactive status, and then they dissolved it administratively. He didn't pay nothing. Now, RG Stair, the one who helped him start Straightway, he did actually terminate his contract. Now, Stair could have more than likely, RG Stair, more than likely was the one who paid the $500 to terminate his 501c3. So now the truth is revealed as to all these claims that's being made and potential problems that will surface and arise. Got to keep your eyes peeled. I remember Brother Mike mentioned something like this in one of his videos that I believe he removed, a federal indictment of federal issues, people talking to him on a federal level. Now, that could have been somewhere along the lines of human trafficking, or it could have been based on the books, based on what's going on here right now. You understand? The information that's being brought to you now. You understand what I'm saying? You guys are definitely ahead of the curve when you're hearing this information coming out about this ministry. You understand what I'm saying? Because once it actually, the hammer comes down, you're going to be like, wow, Brother Odell put together that slideshow, man. It was presented on the Warsheep Podcast. Man, all the brothers, man, the brothers on this, man, it was laid out. It was kind of brought to us early. We already had a little peek in there. Yeah. This is exactly what some of these things that could be surfacing and arising, where they are talking about this and they're looking to probably move on it. At some point, they're gonna come and collect. They're gonna want to audit. So that is the gist. That is the sum of what we're looking at when we're going over this information. You understand what I'm saying? Not only that, we're going to talk about how he's turning and twisting them scriptures to fit his agenda or narrative when he needs it to. 1 minute, the witnesses can't know nothing. The next minute, the witnesses got to be eyewitnesses pursuant to Torah.
Exactly. Crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
All of this is coming from ego. I gotta have the biggest house in Macon County. What? I gotta have the biggest house in Macon County, Tennessee. You sound like Young Dolph. You sound like Young Dolph. He sound like a rapper. He sound like a rapper without the chains. I'm gonna have the biggest house in Macon County, Tennessee. I promise you that. What? What is this? Straightway Records? Straightway Records coming out? Them what the rappers was talking about. That's on what Slim Thug down there in Houston. Ride around talking about, yeah, man, I got the biggest house in my county. What?
Yeah, yeah,
Them Geno
yeah. He
Jennings
sounds just
vibes.
like
Them
he
Geno
sounds just
Jennings
like
vibes. That's them Eddie Long vibes. Them TD Jakes vibes. I got the biggest house in
yo.
the county.
Next thing
What?
you know, he gonna have an airplane strip or a landing pad for a helicopter. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be
Damn.
taking private flights, you know, choppering in on services. Yo, that's exactly what this is. This is exactly what this says. And every penny that's been donated to build that mansion, you better be taking into account for it. You understand what I'm saying?
Is
Because that is,
God, is that a blessing from God, or is that
yeah.
the saints going out working and giving their money over this building that?
Come on now.
That's the
Come on now.
saints going to work and been turning over their paychecks.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
is the saints going to work, turning over their paychecks to one man? Is that a blessing from God? Because
Mm.
everything that we get is material that we might say, oh, it's a blessing from God. Okay, we get food, we get this, but it comes from the hand or like I said, the sweat of somebody's brow. Some man's brow has to sweat for that. So we say, oh, God bless me when other men come and bring their work and their labor to you. Or when we get the result of another man's work or labor. So, Pastor Excommunicado, is the Most High blessing you, or the saints blessing you? They're straightway by working and turning over their paychecks. That's just a question. Do a video on that for me, Excommunicado. I feel special. Do a video, answer that question. Is y'all blessing you by the saints working and turning over their paychecks for you, or the saints blessing you?
That's
Okay.
facts. That's facts, yo. That's facts. We gotta get it's a lot of things that need to be answered. You gotta definitely come before the people, man, to get those things situated. I think it's extremely important. I think it's extremely important to do so. That's the fruit of his labor. Yeah,
It's Charles Jennings Dowell now. It's Pastor Charles Jennings
somebody.
Dowell. His middle name went to Jennings because he's 501c3 now. So it's Charles Jennings Dowell. Pastor Charles J. Dowell. The J is for Jennings, like Pastor Geno Jennings.
Yeah. Man, hey, this is it's getting real sticky, man. It's getting real hairy. And I promise you, this right here, it ain't gonna be the best outcome. You understand what I'm saying? Once that hammer hits, it's gonna be a wrap. And then not only that, this house that they're building is he gonna have to pay for it out of pocket, $1,400, I believe, a month or more plus, right? He wants to go bigger, it's gonna cost him more. You understand what I'm saying? That's the reason why they want a tax exempt status. And we all know $1,400 a month, man. Listen, that's a bill. That's a bill every month, as well as the rest of the lands that are currently not in a tax exempt status that he acquired. Right, got to pay for that too. So $1,400 plus per month. This could be upwards to $3,000 to $4,000, $5,000 a month. You understand what I'm saying? This is the saints that has to pay for this. Now he has a whole family of three or four wives. He's got children on the way. I mean, how are you going to be able to afford all of this if you don't have people working? If you don't have people tithing? That's why he came off of vacation, got in that goddamn pulpit, and got on their ass and said, "Hey, man, listen, y'all better start giving y'all money up. If you ain't giving no money up, your ass is up out of here." Same thing with the rest of y'all up out of there. Listen, y'all heads of assembly.
Hold on, he said if they don't tithe at straightway, they got to get out of there.
Gotta get the hell on. You gotta get the hell on.
Hold on, let's play this video. Do you have this video? I need to see this.
Oh, this was behind the scenes. This is behind the scenes information that was given over to Pastor Rufus. When Pastor Rufus was talking, he said it's been a mandate that he put out there for all the straightway for these individuals. What? If they are not tithing, they gotta get the hell on.
That's what Creflo Dollar Church was about. He wanted to see your W-2s, and if you didn't put in your W-2s, you couldn't be a member of the church. That's Creflo Dollar's actions. So you telling me Pastor Charles Geno Dowell went off on the saints at straightway and said that they not tithing the way they supposed to be?
Yeah, they got to give up that money. They got to give up that bread. You understand what I'm saying? He got trips to Africa he need to take, right? Him and his cronies, they got to go to Africa. You feel me? We got to go to Africa. We got to go to Puerto Rico again. We got to, you know what I'm saying? Got the home base in Puerto Rico. You feel me? Got the honeys getting naked in Puerto Rico. Like this is what's being funded. This is what they're funding effectively. And then not only that, we got that big portion of land that's going to probably cost them upwards to, for sure, $1,400 a month, $1,400 to $5,000 a month, something like that. That's a big ass bill. You got to cover it. What you going to do? You going to press them. You going to press that. You going to press that. Listen, I need that money, bro. You're going to have to come up off that cheese, that coin. You understand what I'm saying? If I got things I got to pay for, you understand? You're going to pimp them out. You're going to do a pimp them down move. You're going to pimp them out, yo. Listen.
And I'm going to tell you something. This pimping that I got in my blood, it came from a family tree. My granddaddy was a pimp. My great-great-great-granddaddy was a pimp. I'm talking about pimping since pimping. It's in your bloodline. It's in my blood, and you will never be that. Why? Because you was born, all the people in your family were assistant pimps.
Yes, pimp. I never denied you that. I thought you was the one the Lord chose.
If you had not been for the...
I thought you was the one the Lord chose. You gonna pimp them out. You gonna get that cheddar. You gonna get that cheese. You gonna get it how you live. You're gonna do the best you can because guess what? You got these bills to pay. You understand what I'm saying? And you don't got no businesses that can sustain that. You understand what I'm saying? Your lifestyle is too lavish. Got anything else you want to say on this topic, brother?
Man, I'm just like I said, y'all been dropping facts, dropping the paperwork, showing folks what's going on, showing them the filings, the corporation filings, the 501c3. This guy's no way, and he's not responding to the 501c3 stuff. You can't rebut it. You can't rebut what's going on. So now he knows that it's a legal team, it's researchers. We're waiting every day to see what they file in the Macon County Courthouse. So whatever they go in there and file, we can see it's public record. And see, he knows that now. He's like, damn, they're waiting out at the courthouse to see us come through and file something. Exactly. And we're going to look right at it. Anything pertaining to that. And we're going to teach. Since you don't want to teach the saints, we're going to teach them vicariously through your actions at the Macon County Courthouse, Pastor Excommunicado, and we'll teach the saints.
Come on now. Come on.
That's all I want to say.
Bless you, my brother. I definitely want to. Now I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go into this next topic. And I think we're ready. We ready, man. Listen, we didn't hit the nail on the head, man. We didn't tow this thing up, man. I can't listen. We gotta keep them coming. Keep them coming. Let's keep rocking it. Let's keep doing what we need to do to expose the truth on these matters. You understand what I'm saying? But like
so now. Oh, yeah. Go ahead. I was gonna say with him lying, or even about the 501c3, about how they really moving the structure of the whole thing, it's making me think what else he used to pump his chest out about financially. Oh, we don't take no loans. Oh, we pay everything in cash. I wonder how many loans are really out there that the ministry got, that Pastor Dowell got. But then they teach everybody else like they don't do all that. They don't go out and get loans and they ain't financing nothing. See, he might got all kind of loans out there, but then preach to everybody else, don't do loans and sell all your assets and come out of here, my people. See, Dowell might got all kind of loans out there based off of that land. He might be getting loans, putting stuff on Wall Street, having it working, and putting the land up as collateral. It's all kind of things.
Yeah. But, you know, when it comes to personal loans and business loans, you understand what I'm saying? That right there for sure. They do exercise the practice of getting business loans through the foundation, things like that. It's been confirmed that they
and they put up the land as collateral. And what they do is they show the money that the saints bring in and give to the ministry, and that goes into the ministry's bank account. Remember, I told y'all a couple shows back that Al got a bank account that he put the money that the saints give him. And so he used that same bank account. He showed those financials in the land, and now you can leverage that for loans and assets and doing other business. When you say, well, I got a ministry of 400 members, and they tied this amount every week, this amount every month, this amount every year, and here's the financials from the account. Boom, you can go in there, and when you got 50 men working for you, you can go in there and pull loans. And see, people never even look at it like that. And so the more members, the bigger he can pull some loans. But he could be lying about it. Just like we find out he 501c3 and do all that. Just like he say he don't do loans. That's what this opens up a whole nother phase. Let's see what else you're preaching one way, you're preaching left, but in real life you going right. So you could be doing the same thing on the loans. So he preached left, but in real life himself, he going right.
Exactly. That's exactly.
So it could be all kind of loans that will gather out there, and I would be scared. I would be timid of him as a saint or something. He traveling to Africa and this and that. He can go do some type of deals and put the people at Straightway up for collateral, and everything that they put into Straightway and put it up for collateral. See, people got to understand how business work. You got to have something to put up. You got to have something to show. Where he getting this money from? How he moving like this? Oh, I'm a pastor. Here's my bank account. Here go my 501c3. That's how many members I got. See, I get this amount every month. And then that's the month. They look at churches. Churches are business, just like any other business. Okay, how much y'all made last year? How much your people tied? And then, okay, we can do business with you off of this. Okay, so he go to Africa and do something and do this and do this. And then they say, well, we want the collateral to be that. What the people at Straightway do. So the more deals he might go out and make, that means he got to keep the saints there. So I see what you're saying. He came and started fussing at the people. Pastor Rufus told you about this story that linked out. He's snapping on the folks saying, you better be tithing more. And if you ain't tithing, you're going to get put out of the ministry. Yeah, because he got another financial situation he got to fulfill. Might be some undisclosed loans out there. Yeah, I'm going to leave it right there.
Hey, you spot on. You spot on, my brother. You spot on. And Brother Odell, absolutely spot on. He was talking about having good credit. And the only way to have good credit is to utilize that. It's credit utilization. Right? Paying things on time, things like that. That's how you have credit.
That's why I say he'll leverage the ministry. That's what pastors do. When pastors get big loans to build big churches, they go to the bank. What did the bank say? What does the pastor say? Guess how many subscribers I got? They subscribers or followers. This is the demographic of followers I got and where they work at and how much they tithe. And this is what we got in the tithings and revenue in the last 4 years. Then the bank say, okay, we'll give you 80 million. And then Eddie Long, TD Jenks go out and build a super bigger mega church with the vans and swimming pools and the tennis courts. And it's like a whole village in one church. And then what they do? To become a member, you got to have your W-2. Why? Because the church got to pay back the bank. Who was the bank? The Roman bank, the so-called common my people. So now you can't join up at this church and let TD Jakes Church or Creflo Dollar Church unless you bring your W-2. Why? Because they done pulled out a big loan from the bank to build this big mega structure with the swimming pools and the after daycare and the school and the pre-K and all of that. That's how them real mega churches working. So I'm showing y'all this, people. We're giving y'all game. So that's how it goes. Saints that's already there. So he talking about he got good credit. He don't work a job. The credit is off of your tithings and the financial statements and the bank account.
Yep.
That's exactly how it goes. They leverage the sheep. They leverage the congregation. The congregation holds the debt. And what the pastor tells the congregation, you can't be a part if you don't show your W-2s, because your W-2s, we're going to take the 10%. See? So you leveraging the people for the loan. That's how all pastors work. So every church you ride by and you look at it, you be like, that pastor got that loan on that church based off the people was going there. And then the people couldn't be considered a part of the church or not, they was asked to leave if they didn't show their financial taxes, where they had to give up 10%. So it's a pay to get blessed. Pay, like how they say, pay how you weigh, pay to get blessed, huh? And you want to get blessed more, you pay more. Let's go. I land the plane there.
Yes, sir. Bless you. Bless you. Yes, sir. Absolutely. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Man, I'm about to make a whole clip of this, man. I'm just gonna say we going in on his ass.
Yeah, how you go to the law? All right, he getting the military VA check. All right. And where's the other income coming from? The Saint said straightway. You got a physical church, you got a business set up, you got a business account. And it been in existence for whatever amount of time. Go to the bank and get a loan.
Exactly. That's exactly. Yeah, that's the only process that I know how, especially when you're building personal and business credit, is to PG that thing, personal guarantor that thing. That's how you do it with businesses, especially if you're just filing it, getting that business credit built up. But by the time you get that business credit built up and you've been PGing it, right, personal guarantor it, that business can then stand on its own, and you can use that business entity as though it's you. You can use the EIN as though it's your SSN. You know, oh, my business got great credit. I don't care if your personal credit is shit. If your business has great credit and it's been sustaining great credit for years, you can use that business to apply and get whatever you need, like honestly, and it'll stand by itself on its own, as almost as though you birthed a baby and raised it and gave it great credit. You know what I'm saying? So, but knowing how to do all of that, right, man, listen, that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be rolling that out, doing members only live streams. We're gonna be talking about those things. Like brother Yoga, I would love to get your email as well. And shoot, so we can be able to definitely game plan on some things on how to package some of this stuff and bring it to the saints. I guess the best way we can do it, and still kind of keep it private and things like that. Work out some things to where the best information that can be brought. Look in
the private chat. Look in the private chat right now. I just sent the text in the back of StreamYard. Look in the private chat. Look up there where it says chat. See that?
I got you.
You see it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I
got you right. And we're gonna go ahead and make it happen, because I wanted to be effective. I want people to really get the right remedies, right? And I want the people to be set free. You know what I'm saying? But I just know that I wanted it as bad as they want it for themselves. So
I'm gonna go ahead and set up this MMA match. Pastor Excommunicado will participate in the MMA match. So I'm gonna set this thing up or whatnot, so it can make some moves off of this, and it could be beneficial for everybody. But he is emotionally hurt about Pastor Rufus, the whole situation with Pastor Rufus. And I never thought that I would see him going this long and the whole thing, but this whole thing with Rufus hurt him, and it hurt him because he did him wrong, and he just wishes that now in retrospect, Pastor Excommunicado wish he didn't do Rufus the way he did.
Oh yeah, I bet he do. I bet he do. I bet he wish he'd never done it. Like, dang, I should have probably been patient with that one. Not allowing that neck to turn the head.
I'm gonna tell you why I think he really lost it with Rufus and an ego thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was an HGH cycle. It's an HGH cycle, and where your temperament be at when you're taking athletic boosting additives and stuff like that. That's where that came from. And when Rufus said what he said, that was in one of them benching, them workout, them lifting cycles, when he going to lift 300 pounds. He was in one of them cycles. 'Cause in hindsight, he wished he never did this. And excommunicated Pastor Rufus.
Getting
that come from HGH. They come from them extra pills, them extra testosterone pills that these weightlifters and stuff be taking. And they had the same thing, same thing. They fall out with their brothers, fall out with anybody that can check them, that brings reason to them, and not do it in no crazy way. Elder Rufus didn't do nothing in no crazy way. This guy reacted also like a maniac, like psychotic.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's psychotic. You talking about a pastor? They got NFL players come and turn over and come join your ministry, your small ministry. NFL Hall of Famers that everybody know. We got the whole country watching this. Sports Illustrated watching. Everybody talking about this. Kwame Brown even saying, "Man, y'all see what's going on in Tennessee with the NFL players?" Everybody watching this. And the media just gonna act like they just gonna ignore it and just ignore it. When the whole world watching all the NFL players, the brothers Mathis and Kabir and all of them come. And I'll show you how connected they people are. So everybody watching. And with everybody watching, you mean to tell me you fly off the handle because Rufus come and say, we got the whole damn country watching for real. And you can't be going at Jennings and wasting time on shit like this. And you fly off the handle on some emotional shit, kick the man out, then run to fucking YouTube, Dowell, while everybody's watching y'all. Y'all got the NFL players to join. Everybody, all the college players talking about this shit. Everybody. And then you go and run, kick your number 2 out, and run to social media where everybody know y'all from and call him fat, lazy, Jordans. You know how many young niggas watch you, Dowell, that wear Jordans? You know how that made folks feel? You know how many folks you alienated that's reading the scriptures and trying to come out of this system? Ain't why you got the whole damn country watching. You spaz out like a little damn infant fucking baby and calling your number 2 in charge. Lazy, fat, talking about him how he ain't providing for his wife and all this dumb shit. Soon as the Most High give you the biggest platform you ever had in your goddamn life. You ain't never had a microphone and a platform this big, Charles Dowell. And the minute you get it, you turn into a ghetto project ass nigga and start with your mama jokes and start talking about and evict your number 2 and start talking about him like some preschool hood rat. Your mama jokes, he fat in Jordans and talking about his family. When the Most High gives you the biggest platform you ever had in your existence. Nobody in your bloodline has did anything, had a platform this big to talk to the public. As soon as you get the opportunity, Charles Dowell, you turn into a project nigga. And I just got to call it like it is. You was that one all the way up until the football players came and you got so big and you beefing with everybody. And your brother came and pulled you to the side and say, man, you beefing with everybody. You turned into a project nigga from Tennessee, from Nashville. You reverted back to the 70s when you got out of high school from playing football and you was too short to go play college football and you joined the military and came out the projects. You reverted back to that guy. Start talking about guys and their shoes and their clothes and they ain't got this and they fat and they lazy. You went to 12th grade. I'm gonna land my plane there. That shit's sad. At the biggest platform and got the NFL. You embarrassed the NFL players that came. You making Kabir, Mathis, and Big Boy look stupid. They the NFL players that they came in and joined straightway after Pastor Dowell. As soon as after they join and go all the way in, he out there cussing out Pastor Rufus and calling them all fat and lazy. You make the NFL players look stupid. You fucking Sambo. You reverted back to Nashville, Tennessee projects in the 1980s. Soon as the NFL players came, Dowell, you a motherfucking male groupie. And I gotta call it like I see it. You went fucking groupie when them NFL players came, and you felt like your nuts got bigger since the NFL players came. You still a little short thing. You still a little short little Napoleon thing. I gotta tell the mother truth on them. Them NFL players came, Dowell felt like his nutsack got bigger. And all he did is got effeminate. Soon as them NFL players came, his temper got short. He's snapping on everybody. Now he got your mama jokes on Pastor Rufus, Elder Rufus. Oh, your shoes, your clothes. Oh, that's just like in the projects when you was on Section 8 and government cheese and you go to school and the other kids say, you got on Pro Wings. Oh, you don't got a haircut. Dowell went back to that effeminate ass shit. Man, play the video. I'm going to go on mute.
Bless you. Ripped his ass, boy. What? Talking about no sympathy, man. Come on now.
You'll get no sympathy from me. You want sympathy? Look in the dictionary between shit and syphilis.
You gotta do better, yo. Salute, man. Salute to my brother Odell, my brother Yoga, man.
Carry on.
Come on. Carrying on. Let's go, man. We're gonna go ahead and rock this thing out. Listen. We're gonna go ahead and move into this next chapter, man. This next topic. I forgot how I even introduced it, man. We done got into ripping his ass, boy. we got brother Yoga ripped his ass.
I'm just being real now. I done touched some real money in my life. Dowell ain't never touched no money because soon as the NFL players came and he had access to millions, to hundreds of millions, he lost his mind. He started cussing out. He went back to your mama jokes. So that lets you know if certain men, if I'm gonna just tell y'all, you put enough sex in their hands, you put enough cars, physical things, material toys in their hands, and you put some money in their hands, and the more of it you put in their hands, the more of it they show you who they really are. He going back to your mama jokes. It should be no way in hell that I could say that a pastor of a church got your mama jokes talking about another man's shoes, another man's garments, talking about another man's family, another man's his income and what he could provide for his wife and kids. No pastor should ever be on the same stage as Chris Tucker as a comedian, sounding like a comedian. And when does he start sounding like that? Once them NFL players came. Before then, silver and gold. You need to be saving. The country ending. We're going to World War III. Just look at them old videos. Oh, I'm so glad for mama and sister Carol. This and this and this. Motherfucker coming up there, bringing their wife, leaving without their wife. Come up there, bring their wife, leave without their wife. You got motherfuckers come the straight way with a family, Dowell doing like the child support court. Nigga, you come up here with your family from Florida, nigga, you gonna leave by yourself and you're gonna have to pay child support. Nigga, we the Macon County, Lafayette, Tennessee Child Support Authority at Straightway. You come up here with your family and your wife is a 6.5 or better, and she obedient, she mine. That's what Dowell was doing.
Let me see what I got in the house tonight.
Any man go the straight way with a woman that's a 6.5. Don't go up there with an 8 or a 9 going the straight way. Don't go up there with a fine woman going the straight way. Boy, you're gonna have all kind of problems. Them folks gonna find some way to kick you out of there. My phone going dead. I'll be.
His phone died, yeah. Yeah, you went on it.
Let me see what I got in the house tonight.
Take a piss.
Look at it.
I can't breathe. Okay.
Brother man.
You almost killed me, man. I had to give myself the Hamlet.
Hey. Yo. Bless them, bro. Bless them. We're gonna move on to the next topic, yo. All right, man. I don't know if I got it. All right, we're gonna move on to the next topic, y'all. Brother Yoga, bless you, my brother, and salute.